Few people could have imagined that the story of an ordinary cat, destined by nature to live for about 15 years, would shock the whole world. This case really breaks stereotypes, because to live 38 years for a cat is considered fantastic, but it really happened. And the most incredible thing is that this is not an accident or bad luck. The owner of the cat had secrets with which they were able to extend the life of their cat 2.5 times. Watch this video to the end, and you will learn the secrets with which you can also prolong the life of your pet. In 2010, the Guinness Book of World Records recognized Cream Puff, a tabby cat from Texas, as the longest-lived cat in history. Cream Puff died at a record age of 38 years. This is about 2.5 times the average life expectancy of a domestic cat and is equivalent to 175 years of human life. Unbelievable. But that's not all. Even more surprising is the fact that its owner, Jake Perry, has previously raised another record holder among centenarians. His cat, Grandpa Rex Allen, a cross between a Sphinx and a Devon Rex, lived for 34 years and held the first place in the ranking of the oldest cats until it was shifted to the 6th line. It is particularly striking that there was no family connection between these two record holders. Moreover, they were born on different continents. Cream Puff was born in Texas, and grandfather Rex Allen in France. Perry claimed that his success was not an accident. It has sheltered hundreds of rescued cats, and about a third of them have lived for more than 30 years, making its history truly unique. 30 years is twice the life expectancy of a cat, which is equivalent to a person who lived to 140 years. How does Jake Perry manage to raise such centenarians? In this video, we will look at his own beliefs about the secrets of feline longevity, as well as find out if there is a scientific explanation for this phenomenon. In addition, we will look at additional factors that can contribute to such an impressive age of his pets. But before we dive into the details, why not subscribe to our channel and join the community of cat lovers to learn more about these amazing creatures? Who is Jake Perry? Jake Perry is a 2-time Guinness Book of World Records winner, although you wouldn't expect him to be a retired plumber from Texas. He is now in his 90s and has long been a well-known figure in his hometown of South Austin, where he has lived in the same house for more than 50 years. But what really sets him apart from other retirees is his unusual hobby of rescuing and caring for cats, many of which live significantly longer than average. Jake Perry's house has become a real cat sanctuary, which neighbors compare to the jungle. The walls of the house are decorated with special platforms on which animals can move without touching the floor. For those who do not like to walk, there is a miniature railway with a passenger car. Perry became famous for the longevity of his pets, and his dream is not without irony. He wants to create a cemetery for pets. Already, 47 deceased cats have found their final resting place in fiberglass coffins in the backyard, waiting to be moved to Memorial Park. Perry himself expressed a desire to be buried next to them. But that's not all. Perry converted his garage into a cat movie theater. There are comfortable chairs and a projector that regularly shows nature documentaries. Sometimes he even gives out 3D glasses to his furry friends. In addition, Perry's cats are always surrounded by a festive atmosphere. On Thanksgiving, they are treated to turkey, on Easter, eggs, and on New Year's Eve, they are given small festive caps and glasses of champagne. Every pet's birthday is celebrated as a significant event, and for the 34th anniversary of grandfather Rex Allen, Perry even tried to invite Bill Clinton. But what helps Perry's cats live so long? Despite all the holidays, perhaps their longevity is due to a special diet. Every day they get a breakfast of dry food, eggs, turkey, bacon, and broccoli. This combination has a scientific basis. Eggs are rich in linoleic acid, omega-6, which, according to studies, reduces the risk of premature death in humans by 43%. Perhaps this effect also affects cats, contributing to their long life. Broccoli, while it may seem like an odd choice for an animal that is an obligate carnivore, is actually safe for cats. It's packed with antioxidants that help protect your cat's cells from damage and can reduce the chance of developing diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. Turkey bacon is the only product that causes real concern. Although a small amount of cooked turkey is not only safe for cats, but can also be beneficial. The vitamins and minerals it contains, such as B vitamins, selenium, magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, and potassium, make it a valuable addition to the diet. However, turkey bacon is less healthy. Its high concentration of salt and fat can be difficult for the cat's body, and regular use of such a product can lead to excess weight. Caffeine, despite its frequent use in beverages, is a substance that is not recommended to give to cats. In the case of Perry's cats, he is given coffee with cream, which is bad practice. Caffeine in any form is considered toxic to cats, and while some animals may claim that cream and dairy products are harmless, cats are actually lactose intolerant. If they consume it, although it is not fatal, they may experience digestive disorders, similar to people with lactose intolerance. It's also worth remembering that cheese, while it seems like a nice snack for many cats, can cause the same problems. On the subject of kidney health, while Perry's VET method doesn't follow the classical guidelines, his view of caffeine may be related to his idea that caffeine can possibly affect a cat's life expectancy. As you know, the kidneys of cats, like in humans, wear out over time. They consist of nephrons, small filtering units. For example, a human child has about 1 million nephrons in each kidney at the beginning of life, and this number decreases with age. By the age of 80, there are only about 656,000 nephrons left per kidney. Unlike humans, cats start with 200,000 nephrons per kidney, and as they age, their number decreases, which increases the likelihood of kidney disease. Perry, a veterinarian, has come up with an interesting theory that coffee, as a diuretic, can help reduce long-term damage to a cat's kidneys by making it urinate more often, and thus helping to cleanse the kidneys. However, fatty fish such as tuna, sardines, and salmon are much more beneficial and safe for your cat's kidney health. These fish are rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which help maintain kidney health and also contain vitamins and minerals that your cat needs. Unlike coffee with cream, fish does not cause digestive disorders and is more useful for the cat as a whole. An even stranger method that Perry used to extend the lives of his cats was to administer small doses of red wine through an IV once a week. Despite the fact that this attracted attention, it is worth noting that we strongly do not recommend giving cats alcohol. Their small size makes alcohol especially dangerous for them, and even a small dosage can lead to alcohol poisoning. The reason why the wine method could be effective for cats, like Grandpa Rex Allen and Cream Puff, remains unknown, but one thing is clear. Alcohol is a dangerous substance for animals. Despite the alcohol content, wine can actually bring some health benefits. Edith Sorelli, who was the oldest living person in the United States until her death in February 2024 at the age of 116, claimed that her longevity is due to daily consumption of 2 fingers of red wine at dinner. However, if red wine does promote longevity, it is most likely due to the antioxidants it contains, which are also present in foods such as broccoli. If your goal is to prolong the life of your cat, it is much more useful to include greens in its diet, rather than offering a glass of wine. It will be much safer and healthier for her. Also, one of the best decisions Perry made for his cats was to ensure they were spayed or neutered. This not only helps to avoid unwanted litters, but also significantly increases the life expectancy of cats. For example, spayed females live an average of 39% longer than those who have not undergone the procedure. This is because spayed cats are less likely to run away and are not susceptible to problems associated with heat, such as the desire to find a partner. This can cause cats to get lost, get injured, or even face serious illnesses, such as the feline immunodeficiency virus. Cats that don't have a heat cycle and often wander live 62% longer after being adopted. This is due to the fact that they are less likely to be exposed to the dangers associated with finding a partner and going out on the street. If a cat is not neutered, it is more likely to get into fights with other non-neutered males over females and territorial disputes. These fights rarely result in death, but can cause serious injuries. There is also evidence that high testosterone levels can shorten a cat's lifespan, negatively affecting its immune system. Castration reduces the amount of testosterone produced, which, in turn, contributes to an increase in life expectancy. Maintaining physical activity also affects the lifespan of cats. Although cats have evolved for an active hunting lifestyle with short periods of intense activity, regular exercise throughout the day can also help keep them healthy. However, cats do not always know when they need to move more, as their natural activity is usually limited to hunting, which is short-term and intense. It is important that their hosts encourage them to play regularly and be active to keep them in good physical shape. Perry has installed a special jungle gym in his home, which motivates cats to get physically active by encouraging them to play and move. For those cats who are prone to laziness, additional games with other pets are a good incentive. Even watching wildlife documentaries can awaken their hunting instincts. Although cinema halls are traditionally associated with passive pastimes, such films can activate their interest by showing footage of potential prey, which energizes them for further active activities. As for breeding, there is a common myth that rescued cats are worse in health, but this is far from the truth. In fact, rescued cats, if they do not have chronic diseases or injuries, live longer than those purchased from breeders. This is due to the fact that mongrel cats, moggies, have a more diverse genetic composition, which reduces the risk of hereditary diseases. While many purebred cats are prone to genetic ailments that were selected during the breeding process, Siamese cats, with their distinctive wedge-shaped head and triangular muzzle, are indeed prone to respiratory diseases, including asthma. However, the story of Jake Perry about the rescued cats is much more multifaceted than it seems at first glance. Despite the problems of purebred cats, such as diseases related to their specific anatomy, Jake has an amazing turn of events. Grandpa Rex Allen, whom we mentioned at the beginning, was an unusual pet. It was a Sphinx, a cross between the Devon Rex, two expensive breeds that are often displayed at competitions. When Rex was still alive, Perry even fielded him in a pet competition, and he won the title of Supreme Grand Master, the highest award given by the International Pet Cat Association. How did Perry, known for his passion for rescued cats, end up owning such a purebred and expensive cat, and even brought from France? The answer was simple. It's all about luck. Perry adopted Rex when he was found wandering on the street and given to an orphanage. As an experienced cat owner, Jake immediately realized that this was no ordinary stray cat and decided to give it a home. Grandpa Rex Allen was obviously worth a lot of money, which made it unlikely that he was just thrown out on the street. Perry posted posters all over Austin asking for information about the cat and was soon contacted by a French woman claiming it was her lost pet, Pierre. She took the cat with her when she moved to the United States to visit her family, but alas, Pierre ran away and got lost. The cat, formerly known as Pierre, stayed with Perry, and his former owner admitted that he would be better off staying in a new home. What's more, he even sent the pedigree papers to Perry. This is an important part of the story. Not only because purebred cats tend to have a shorter lifespan than mongrel cats, but also because Sphinx cats in particular generally live less than other breeds. Studies show that Sphinxes are among the shortest-lived cats, which is due to their increased vulnerability to various diseases. In this context, the success of Perry, who managed to raise his grandfather until the age of 34, looks especially impressive. Obviously, this is not only a matter of genetics, but also care and attention. By 2016, after the departure of most of Perry's cats, he had only one pet left, a cat named Jean-Claude Van Damme. As a young man, Perry actively raised several cats at the same time at South Paws, a place where he took care of animals. In the early 2000s, a short documentary was made in which he introduced 10 of his cats, including Cream Puff and a young Jean-Claude. Although cats are often perceived as loners, a 2020 study found that kittens growing up in homes with multiple cats show fewer signs of stress compared to those who have no friends among their relatives. Feral cats that don't have people caring for them form colonies, usually around a food source or shelter. This phenomenon is not just a convenience. It was recorded how members of such colonies help each other. For example, they feed injured cats or mothers with kittens who cannot hunt. Perhaps the environment Perry created for his cats, where there were plenty of other animals to socialize with and no resource issues, played a role in their long lives. Do not forget that regular visits to the vet are one of the key factors for a long and healthy life for your pet. And no matter how unpleasant these visits may be for you and your kitten, they are very important for maintaining health. Cats usually clearly don't like visits to the vet, and your furry pet can probably come up with some very convincing reasons to skip the next checkup, such as, "You'll never catch me before the appointment starts," or, "If you put me in this carrier, I'll scream like a siren all the way." You can decide that this is too much stress for both of you and just stay at home. But don't do that. One of the reasons why Perry's cats lived a long life is that he always kept a close eye on the condition of his pets to detect any signs of illness or injury. He also developed a strong relationship with the local veterinarian, who performed regular checkups to make sure the cats were all right. Interestingly, the old Perry cats celebrated their birthdays at the veterinary clinic, where they even prepared special cakes consisting of tuna and broccoli. This may not be the cake you would have chosen for your birthday, but each cat had its own framed photo, as well as Guinness World Record certificates hanging on the clinic's wall. One of the most important factors in the longevity of Jake Perry's cats is simple but powerful love. Perry truly loves his cats, and this love becomes the main motivator for all his actions that contribute to the longevity of his pets. Every visit to the vet, every broccoli birthday cake, every new toy or ladder is an expression of the strong bond between him and his cats. While not everyone can afford to spend so much time and money showing their love, even small acts of care can significantly improve your cat's health. Simple things like setting aside time to play, stopping to pet your cat, or making room for cat trees and beds can help reduce your pet's stress and improve their quality of life. Establishing a strong bond with your cat is definitely the key to ensuring that your cat's life is not only long and healthy, but also happy. If you want to strengthen your bond with your cat, start by learning its language and what it likes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new cat care tips, cat stories, cat owner stories, and practical tips for cat lovers. We share useful information about the health of cats, the nutrition of cats, their behavior, and much more. Leave comments, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to like it if you are interested in tips on pet care and everything related to cats. Together, we will make the life of our furry friends even better.